There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, are spouses generally truthful in marriage counseling sessions? If they're generally truthful outside of them, then sure. Otherwise, almost certainly not. Counseling sessions are not trials to get to the truth about any given situation. If your spouse lies to you or withholds important information, then sitting with a counselor is unlikely to change that, and counseling will likely be a waste of time and money. Counseling only works when both parties really want to repair/strengthen their relationship and are willing to put in the effort to do so. Now, a couple of caveats I'd point out. One is that a spouse might be more willing to admit things, usually about how they feel, but sometimes other things, if they're in a safe environment with established ground rules. If someone fears being yelled at, for example, they might be more open if someone else is present and overseeing the session. But that only applies if it's something that they want to talk about, but are being inhibited on. The other issue is that most people want to look good in front of other people, and even in front of a professional counselor, who's supposed to be a neutral guide. There's a tendency to recount events and explain things in such a way as to make yourself look better and minimize things you've done wrong, which often means putting more blame on your spouse when things have gone badly. As long as they're not actually lying, a good counselor can usually see through that and still offer useful advice. In a broader sense, both people are generally going to be talking about their perception of events, rather than what actually happened, and reconciling two people's different perceptions is a big part of what counseling is for. In general, though, it's not all that complex. People who are going to counseling to be open and help their relationships will usually be honest. People who are dishonest in general, and are going to counseling to either mollify their spouse or make themselves look better, will generally not be honest. Going to counseling doesn't change who you are. Everyone has had rocky patches. The difference between it being a patch and a drop of a cliff is what you do now. Check the link in the description if you want a helping hand.